So earlier today, I had a chat with Martin Masitise, and he's an award-winning engineer and inventor with more than 10 years of experience in mining, energy, and manufacturing sectors. He's managing director of Mohlalefi Engineering, and they are our Quickie tonight. Martin, good evening, mate, and thank you so much for the opportunity to chat to you.
Good evening, Rams, and good evening to your listeners.
So if you and I were in a taxi and 3 or 4 more other people, because we can't be 16 anymore, and we're wearing masks, and you're about to get off in 3 minutes, and I asked you, tell me about Mohlalefi Engineering, what would you tell me?
Passion, growth, excellence. That's how we go about. We are a manufacturer of roof support products. We supply mines in chrome, platinum, and now also venturing into gold and other minerals. We supply safety critical components that protect the miners underground to stabilize the strata and prevent falls of ground. You know, the guys underground work under very, very challenging circumstances, and you know, safety is of paramount importance. You know, with the department of the DMR and the recent stats on fatalities, the product that we supply is critical in enabling them to reach their targets.
If you could explain it to me like a 2-year-old, what are we talking about with these safety structures? Is it nets? Is it some kind of mesh wire? What is it?
Yes, you know quite a bit with the components used. So underground, imagine you have rock. So the deeper you go, 500 meters down, you have solid rock. After you blast, you excavate, you still have loose rocks and you've destabilized the ground. So to ensure that as you progressively mine and you go deeper, that the loose rocks that you've destabilized, which you have to work underneath, do not collapse on you. That's what we supply. So it's anchors that you drill into a roof, and then you attach it with resin, and at the bottom end you have what we call a bearing plate that holds it up and keeps it steady. So essentially, the unstabilized rock remains stable and safe for your miners to work underground.
When did you guys establish the business?
The business was established in 2017. I was in the product development space with my previous employer. But then through my employment there, established a good relationship with different mining houses, all of them JSE listed. And at the time, 2017, after I had left, an opportunity arose where they had a specific challenge with roof support conditions. They had some challenges. Sometimes your strata or your roof becomes so unstable that you need unique solutions. And I was contacted. From there, opportunity arose from where we developed, and almost 4 years later, we are now a team of 36.
And you develop your own product, so you're not procuring from China and supplying to the mines.
100%. You know, like I said, passion, growth, excellence. The passion element of it is the product development. We actually do our designs. We actually hold some patents. Our most recent patent that we filed in the UK, which we believe has great potential beyond the borders of South Africa. So in our design, a part of our strength and our arsenal is the investment in the design and continuous improvement. Hence the patents, and we continue to develop and are growing even more.
This is your time to boast. Who are some of your clients?
Like I said, JSE listed. We've got Anglo, we've got Glencore, Samanco, Royal Bafokeng, Sianda Bakatla. We also do exports as well to Zambia on some of the copper mines.
Wow.
To name a few. But we are on a constant drive, you know, looking for new clients, new partners. You know, we work with big organizations like the CSIR for our testing and verification. We also do have some partnerships with Avenge. So our strategy is multifaceted. You know, there's an element of localization, also driven by the mining charter. There's an element of the product development where we want to be the market leader in what we manufacture. and produce. There's also an element of strategic partnerships where we look for partners who can complement what we do and what we supply.
My second last question, very controversial. Are you getting these clients because you guys are so innovative, doing amazing stuff, you produce great stuff, or it's also because they're lacking on the BEE side, and if they have Mohlalefi, then they will do well with BEE? Or is it both?
I tell you what, Rams, actually contrary to that, in the mining space, as a young black player, so one faces two challenges. One is being youth, and two is not traditionally being structured the same as your other big organizations are. So one faces a bit of resistance at times. I mean, my competitors are not necessarily BEE compliant. There is a drive from the mines to support complying companies, but it does not happen all the time, unfortunately. So in the procurement structures, it's a constant challenge, it's a constant battle. So hence our strategy to be multifaceted, in that our product, we make sure that it's a leading product in the market, with whichever competitor that we compete against. Of course, the BEE score that should be acting in our favor, but more often than not, it actually does not. And another element, on our marketing side and how we position ourselves in the market, the brand, Mohlalefi as a brand, the passion, growth, excellence, like I said, we also utilize that. And again, being creative about the local element, that we are dynamic, our culture, we understand the locals better, and we use that to our advantage as well. I must say, it's a challenge. So the same challenge that you would experience as a non-BEE company, we experience that, but probably even more. A barrier, like I said, of not traditionally conforming to what the supplying companies are. It can be in terms of race, in terms of culture, but moreover, again, being youth. That people look at me. I may say I'm a mechanical engineer with a master's degree, professionally registered, but to some people it might not be enough. I might still be too young to be supplying products that protect people's lives underground. Well, God ultimately saves lives, but we have our contribution to that.
Excellent. So, how do then people get hold of Mohlalefi Engineering?
Mohlalefi Engineering, we have a website which explains our products. That's www.mohlalefi.com. You can also reach us on info@mohlalefi.com. And we are available as well on social media. Mohlalefi Engineering is our Facebook handle.
Excellent. Martin Masitise, thank you very much, Managing Director of Mohlalefi Engineering. I have no doubt, mate, that your clients know about your excellence. I have no doubt that there's going to be huge growth. And tonight I've seen your passion. So you live up to that mantra. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rams. Thank you, Rams. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks. Cheers.